Welcome everyone to Late Night with BS3. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We are live on multiple platforms right now. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Twitter. We're live on Facebook. If you're tuning in the Facebook group or the Facebook page, we are also live on YouTube, if I didn't say that. We're also live on Roku. So BS3 TV on Roku. We are live on that platform as well. So wherever you watch podcasts, that's where we are live at. On tonight's show, we have a great show planned. We will be talking about the CYM, so Creating Young Minds Basketball League, if you haven't heard me talk about that before. We will also have our monthly segment with Tracy Killian Styling. We'll be talking about our Father's Day, talking about some fits from the NBA draft. And we don't have a new fit for this month, but don't worry, we'll get you back next month. So be on the lookout for that. And thank you everyone for tuning in, for your continued support for BS3 Network and BS3 TV. So wherever you're tuning in, thank you. And like I said, we'll be talking about the NBA draft. And the Warriors won the championship. So since the last time Tracy was on, we'll be talking about that as well. So if you are tuning in one of the Facebook groups, or if you're tuning in on Facebook, period, I'm going to put something in the chat room so that we can see, I can see, and the viewers can see who you are. So you're going to see a link that I'm getting ready to post. It's chat.restream.io/FB for Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, please click that so we can see who you are. But like I said, we got a great show planned, and let's get right into it for tonight's show, talking about the Creating Young Minds Undiscovered League and doing a recap on that. So let's get right into our intro.
Creating high expectations for young individuals using their minds to develop in the Undiscovered League.
Shout out to AFI in Corp. Jason Harris, he put that together, does a great job putting together the highlights and everything that they do over at the Creating Young Minds Undiscovered League. If you're looking for more information, you can go to cymtv.org if you want to check out some of the games. And then you can go to creatingyoungminds.org to get more information about the league as a whole. All right, so we had a set of games on the 28th. We also had a set of games on the 11th. And like I said, you can check those out on cymtv.org and get more information through that website or through the creatingyoungminds.org website. And basically what this organization does is that it helps young men really better themselves, not just on the court, but also off the court, and giving them opportunities to do better in their lives and do better and get possible opportunities really around the world. You know, a lot of these guys have played in other leagues, played in the G League, played in other countries, and that's what this particular league is about, is giving people opportunities really around the world to play basketball, which for a lot of them is the game that they love. They want to be able to make this a professional gig for them. So this is really what this league is about. I'm glad to cover it. I'll let you know some new things coming up here next month so that you can be on top of everything that's going on in this Undiscovered League. So I'll give you some info on that as we go further along. Just kind of sharing out the show a little bit here to make sure people that can possibly be tuning in. So we had a couple weeks of games that I'm going to get to. We had May the 28th and then June the 11th. that you'll be able to, that I'll be covering and going over. So we had the red team versus the purple team. So in this league, they play a variety of different groups of teams. So you may have different players, some players playing on multiple teams, and they just come in and they do a run. You know, they come in, they put the jerseys on. It'll be like a team red and a team purple or a team blue, and so they don't necessarily have team names, but a lot of these guys have played together for a few years. And so we got team red and team purple. So we'll start off. We'll just kind of talk about each quarter. Also have some highlights on deck as well. So make sure to stay tuned for that. All right. So team red was up at the end of the first quarter, 21-17. Going into the second quarter, 46-42. Going into the third, 63-58. And Team Red pretty much ran away with it, 93-85 in this first game that I'm discussing here. And, you know, a lot of these guys, they truly play hard, and they're learning how to play the full length court basketball. That's what they're trained to do. That's what they're continuing to improve upon. And that's one thing that I've always been impressed about this particular league, is that they're not only just focused on the offensive side of the game, they're also focused on the defensive side of the game, which is one thing, like I said, that I've always been impressed about since the minute and since the day that I've been covering this organization. And so not only do they just focus on the flashy parts of basketball, they also focus on the fundamentals, and that's one thing that I continue to appreciate about what these guys do. So, as we go over talking about Team Red, we go over to the stat sheet. We had 29 points for Drew Harbor on the day. Ruben Acosta had 10 points, 5 assists. We also had Kentarius Boachman with 35 on the day, and then we had Charlie Gutierrez with 11. So, you know, double digits for the guys that I mentioned. And then going over to the other side, which, wow, I'm about to get to a couple stats here. This is for Team Purple. They did end up losing, but I think they had a great effort, and just wasn't their overall day to get the win. But they put in some top tier effort. 30 points for Bryson Hill, 13 for Pierre Williams, and then Joshua Beal with 27 points. So, you know, as you can see, these guys are definitely focused on improving their game across the the entire landscape of basketball. And again, go to creatingyourminds.org. You want to get more information on the league and on the organization. All right, so big time stats here. Points in the paint, 66-42 for Team Red. Second chance points, 16-6, Team Red. And actually fast break points, Team Purple actually pulled away with that, 34-25. So, and 17 points to 2 as far as bench points. So I think that was one of the deciding factors when it came down to it for Team Red. So 93-85, that was in your first game on May 28th for the Creating Your Minds Undiscovered League. Get more information down below at the website. So about once a month, I do a recap of some of the games that they've had as they continue to go throughout their games for this schedule. Right now, they're currently in the Summer League, so they had a couple of games today, and then they'll be going to Vegas July 11th and the 12th for the Vegas Pro Camp. I will be in Vegas for that. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to meeting some of the players and meeting Mathis Crowder, as well as Dr. Shira Ackerman, They do a great job on what they're doing with this organization. And I haven't actually met them face to face. We've talked over the phone. I think we've done a Zoom. So being able to actually meet them, I'm definitely looking forward to that. And it's been a pleasure, like I said, being able to cover this organization. And I think they do a great job. I think they do a great job at putting this organization together, trying to give guys the best possible opportunity that they can give them. All right, so we're going to go to the next game on May 28th. We had Team Blue versus Team Yellow. Team Blue pulling away early in the first quarter, 26-14, 48-28, 20-point lead in the second, 68-31 in the third, and then 86-47 in the fourth. You know, doing their thing, Team Blue pulls away with a big-time win. Big-time win. And if I'm getting any comments, for some reason I cannot see them. I don't know why. I do see the comment that I just put in, but if somebody else is putting in a comment and I'm not recognizing you, I apologize. Let me see if I can figure something out here while I'm not able to see them. But shout out to my man Mike Hughes. Also, Freddie Henderson in the building. Thank you for tuning in over in the Facebook group. And then my man CJ Boyd, he says, "What's good, big dog? Appreciate you for tuning in." For some reason, I can't see the comments in the BS3 Network group, so I do apologize about that. Please click the link. There's a link that I'm getting ready to post for you guys, so hopefully I can see who you are, because for some reason I'm not able to see your comments. So I'm going to post this real quick. Do me a favor and just click this link, and it should give you permission for Restream to see who you are. All right, so do that for me. But I'll still have the comments up so I can see who you guys are. All right, so going over Team Blue, Team Yellow, 86-47. This was on May 28th. Really doing their thing. Preston Ragsdale with 15 points. Ruben Acosta with 14. And 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals on the day. 17 points for Joshua Beal. KT Boschman with 25. And then Austin Wire with 13. KT Boschman is on his game. Anytime this dude's on the court, on the floor, he is doing his thing. So I'm looking forward. Hopefully he's going to Vegas. Looking forward to seeing what he's going to be doing. So that was 86 points for Team Blue, 47. Like I said, that's what you call a blowout. That's what you call a blowout. Shots fired. So 47 points, Team Yellow. Let me give a shout out to a couple of guys here. Bryson Hill with 12 on the day, and Jaden Richardson with 10. Those are the only guys in double-digit figures, so it wasn't that great of a day for them. But I will say, you live to fight another day. You know, we know watching sports that it's not always going to work out. More than likely, you're going to lose more than you're going to win in a lot of situations. So let me get to the June 11th games. Before I do that, I want to play a quick promo for the CYM League. They have a pro shop that they have located at the Enchanted Gift Shop, 278 Main Street in Lake Dallas. So check out this promo here for that. All right, there you go. They got some nice gear. They got water bottles, the different things that they're selling. And so big shout out to this organization again, as they're trying to build young men up and make them better on and off the court, like I said. Now, before I go any further, I do want to mention this. my parents, they're on the BS3 network. They have a show that comes on Saturdays. They did not have a show today because it was their 40th wedding anniversary. And I want to, first of all, give a round of applause. '40th wedding anniversary. I'll be turning 40 in October. So that'll tell you right there that they got married around right before I was born. But 40 years is amazing. I want to make sure to give them their flowers right now. And we just had a celebration that I was gracious to be a part of. And my parents have just been a great example for me and for many other people, really in California and Georgia and North Carolina, kind of all over the country. So I want to definitely give them a shout out. They're celebrating 40 years of marriage. Some people don't even know people for 40 years. And especially in this climate and day and time, to go through COVID, to go through the recession, to go through loss of job, changing jobs. I have two sisters. So when you're married and you have kids, me, I have a daughter now, and I understand it and I get more of it now at this point in my life. That's not easy. That's not a simple thing of life that's easy to manage. So I appreciate my parents more and more every single day as I continue to grow into fatherhood, and so I really give praises to God for just how they've lived their lives, and how they continue to be an example. And I pray they have many more years to come, because it's far from over. And they've been, like I said, they've been a great example to me, great example to a lot of young married couples, old married couples, renewed married couples, whatever it may be. They've been very instrumental, and I wanted to make sure before I go any further to give them a shout out. All right, so as we're talking on tonight's show, coming up in probably about 10-15 minutes, we'll have Tracy Killian talking about our monthly style segment. So let's go ahead and go over to June 11th. June 11th, we had another set of games in the CYM Undiscovered League. Shout out to my man Courtney Harden. Had a show earlier today with Nathan Ramachandra talking about NBA free agency, but that's about to heat up. There's already a whole bunch of rumors going around. You know how it is. So appreciate you, Courtney. Thank you for being a part of BS3 Network. Thank you for jumping in tonight. All right, so we had Team Blue versus Team Yellow. This is on June 11th. And this one was another blowout. And I can probably almost guarantee you that Team Blue was probably coached by Mathis Crowder. Mathis Crowder is the GM, co-owner of the Creating a Minds organization. And his biggest thing is to play full court defense. Don't slack off. If you slack off, he's going to yell, and he's going to be passionate about what he does. And I think sometimes people take that for, oh, he doesn't like me. But he really wants the best. I believe he wants the best out of these players. So Preston Ragsdale, which is actually at Centurion University, I believe, in Louisiana, he had 20 points on the day. Terrius Boachman, like I said, whenever this guy's on the floor, he's dropping buckets. 21. Austin Wire with 28, 8 rebounds on the day. Going over to Team Yellow, we only had one guy in double digits. That was Chindu Ube with 15. So shout out to him. And shout out to Team Yellow. They're putting in the effort, doing their thing. But they ended up losing 89-52. Really not that much to talk about in this one. I would definitely define this as a blowout. 30 points. 30 points off of turnovers to 6 for Team Yellow. Points in the paint, 56-22. Fast break points, 32-44. Those are your deciding stats right there as to why Team Blue did the thing. So 89-52, that was the first game on the 11th. And then going over to the second game, this one was close. definitely give a shout out to these guys. Can you see my comments now? Yes, CJ, I can. And if you're still in the BS3 Network group, yes, I can see your comments. So thank you, CJ, for your continued support. Also, let me give him a round of applause as well. Not only does he support BS3 Network, but he also is on Elevate, the Elevate podcast, which is on Thursdays at 7. And does a great job with his input and what he puts into the show, what he adds to the show. He's also contributing with making content for social media. So for TikTok, he's taking some initiative and making videos. I appreciate that. Also supported at the Juneteenth event for his Elevate co-host, Justin Caraway, did a Juneteenth event in Garland, which I wasn't able to make it. I was traveling, but he did a great job coming out in support. Looks like he did an interview with someone, had the BS3 Network shirt on. Salute to you. I appreciate you for your support and taking the initiative and doing more beyond just being a guest or just being a co-host. So what you do is not go unnoticed. So just wanted to shout you out. All right, so the second game on the 11th was close. It was a 16-13 at the end of the first quarter, 44-39 at the end of the second quarter, 63-56 at the end of the third, and then 78-77 was the final score, Team Red beating Team Purple. Again, if you're just tuning in, these teams, they don't have team names because they're all a part of the CYM organization, which is Creating Young Minds. So if you hear me say Team Red, Team Blue, Team Purple, that's pretty much the jerseys that they get during that particular game. But they're all a part of this CYM organization in some form or fashion. And that's right there. We can get more information. CreatingYoungMinds.org, CYMTV.org. $20 a month, you get access to all of the games. They had a slate of games today. Towards the end of this segment, I'll go into what's coming up next month. Anytime, brother. I appreciate you giving me the platform, says CJ. And this is what BS3 Network is about. We have a variety of different shows. We talk some of everything. Society and culture. We talk sports. We have 2 church services tomorrow, and we're adding another one. Giving a shout out to one of my best friends since the 5th grade. Me and him have been knowing each other this long. He's a pastor at East Bay Bible Church. His service will be on BS3 Network, BS3 TV. I'll be uploading some of his episodes, and he'll be coming on after Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church, which will be around 1 o'clock is when that service will be playing. And CJ, I'm glad you brought this up because we're going to talk about this. By the way, Ben, did you see Mark Williams got drafted last night by the Hornets? Yes. Your Duke, yo Duke guys, man, was jumping off the board. I was honestly getting upset. I was honestly pissed. Okay. I was honestly ready to, I didn't watch it. So I was honestly ready to pull the radio out of the car and just dump it out on the street. Because every other minute I'm hearing a Duke guy got drafted. Which we're going to get to that in a minute, because I was going to bring that up on tonight's show. I meant to send you a message about it. But let's wrap up this segment here. So Team Red, 14 points off of turnovers. Team Purple, 10. Points in the paint, 44-38. These are some of the deciding factors as to why Team Red got the win. They did lose in fast break points and bench points, but that didn't matter. Once you get down to the end of it, can you do those things that you need to do to win the game? So shout out to those guys. The second game for June 11th. Team Red 78, Team Purple 77. All right, that's the websites down below. Let's get to the highlights of June 11th. Here we go. Shout out to D-Lo produced it. Make sure to go follow her on social media. D Low produced it. Exactly how it says. Also, check out my man AFI Corp. If you type in AFI on Instagram, you should see it. AFI Corp. Jason Harris, he does a great job with highlights as well. But let's get to these highlights from June 11th of the CYM League. Very interesting beat choice, but I'm not gonna hate. I appreciate the highlights, and they do a great job. They do a great job. But interesting, definitely an interesting beat choice on that one. That's not what I was expecting, but great job. All right, we're going to switch gears, and we're going to have the Tracy Killian Style segment coming up. We'll be talking about Father's Day. We'll be talking about the Warriors winning the championship and the NBA draft. So before we get to that, check out our BS3 network promo. And before we do that, station identification.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
All right, we are back. Question by CJ Boyd. So actually, it's a gentleman by the name of, his last name is McDaniel. I do apologize. He would probably be a tad bit upset that I'm forgetting his first name. But he does voiceovers, and Wayne McDaniel, excuse me. Sorry, Wayne. You're still family. But Wayne McDaniel he did the voiceovers for us. And he actually played pro basketball in Australia. So big shout out to Wayne McDaniel. They call him the Mac or Big Mac. He actually had a very successful career in Australia. So let's bring on our guest, the one and only Tracy Killian in the building.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
How you doing? Good to see you again. I just seen you a couple hours ago, but good to see you again.
Yeah, always good to see you, and then good to see everyone up there. Also, shout out to my aunt and uncle and celebrating 40 years. It's a big accomplishment, and I love you guys.
Yeah, that's we can't take that lightly. Marriage these days is just being honest. It's just giving up on. You know, people just decide, all right, I don't want to do it anymore, or I don't think it's worth it. Shout out to the dog in the background.
Yeah, sorry, we got someone knocking on the door.
People just give up on it, and I think I appreciate my parents for sticking in there. Good, bad, tough, ugly, whatever. But great to get you on the show again. We'll be talking, like we said, NBA draft. We don't have a brand new necessarily fit. We had some issues with FedEx, but we do have this nice floral shirt on. It's perfect for this season. It's hot. This is short sleeve. I'm probably gonna wear this out tonight after the show. Me and the wife gonna go out for it for a minute. But this is definitely one of those nice shirts I wanted to pull out for tonight's show, because we got, I got a couple stuff in the closet thanks to Tracy. So make sure to go to the website, tracykillianstyling.com. Also, you'll see his Instagram. Make sure to follow him. He's always posting good things, and he will get you right for your next event. You got a wedding coming up. You're trying to get fitted for the BSU Network Award Show, which is coming up in August. It'll definitely get you right.
And shout out to FedEx. I know they're working hard out there, but they put a little hitch in the look this week.
Yeah, put a little damper on the look for today. But shout out to those guys. I know they're working hard. I got UPS drivers that come to my job to pick stuff up. They're normally tired because they're always running. But salute to those guys. All right, let's talk about our Father's Day first. You're a new father. I've been a father for a little while, but it never gets old. Talk about your first decision. Yeah, it's your first Father's Day. Talk about it.
Oh, yeah, first Father's Day. First, I guess, shout out to my wife. She's the one who helped make me a father. So
right, exactly.
Wouldn't be here without her and God. So
she did a lot of work.
Oh, definitely. It was just a nice day to relax, kind of appreciate my daughter and just what we're about to be going through on this journey. And just she's only been a couple months old, so it's still definitely that little baby stage to just hold her and have fun. But I know I'm gonna have some work ahead of me, but I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Definitely. It's one of those special moments that every year I'm appreciative. When I look at my daughter, every year I'm appreciative. When I look at her, it's like, wow. I remember when you were born. I remember when you walked for the first time, when you said daddy for the first time, when you did anything for the first time. All those things kind of flash back almost every single year. And I think it's a great thing. It's definitely a great thing to experience. Let me get to this comment from CJ. He says, Ben, I'm jealous, man. I wish me and my girl can go out. Your kid is old enough to watch herself. Well, honestly, she's in Georgia right now. So if she wasn't in Georgia, then we would not leave her at home by herself. So I definitely get what you're saying, because that's going to go on for a while. Don't. So hopefully you got a babysitter. Hopefully you got a parent or her parent or something, because you still got to have those date nights. If it's inside the house or outside of the house, you still got to do it. But yeah, the only reason why we're able to go out tonight is because my daughter's in Georgia right now. And how was your first Father's Day? CJ said it was his first Father's Day. So shout out
congratulations.
To you. Definitely. He's got a newborn, I think 2 or 3 months, CJ, let us know. So he's a pretty brand new father. But mine was good. Now that was Juneteenth as well that weekend, but we actually went to Atlanta, like I said, to drop off my daughter, but also got to celebrate it with my dad. So gave him his Father's Day gift, which is nothing. It's nothing greater to have the generations. So to have your dad, possibly have your grandfather as well. Like those things I think are pretty amazing. Now, me and Tracy, I don't have the grandfather on either side because both of them passed.
Neither do I. Yeah, neither do I.
Okay, so
no.
we don't have that grandfather figure necessarily, but I think there's probably in your life and in mine, we had different people that could kind of step in and give us that old man wisdom, I like to say.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. CJ says, Ben, I got you. I'm gonna drop him off with you. He just turned 6 months last week. Nah, son, I'm gonna be gone. Oh, you ringing the doorbell? I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna be at the restaurant saying, "Hey, what's up, CJ? I'm at the restaurant. You got you don't want to drive all the way to Forney for that." But yeah, man, babysitters are key if you have that opportunity. But for right now, I know your son's it's about 6 months, so I'm sure moms is not gonna want to leave in with somebody else unless it's a family member. At least I would feel that way too. So, so my Father's Day was cool. Got a couple of gifts. Got a new phone. Was not at all thinking that was going to happen. I love gifts. I'm one of those. My love language is gifts, and I think it's positive affirmation. I think is mine's or touch, physical touch. I think, and I'll say this too: if you're married or not married, and you're in a relationship, learn what your spouse or significant other's love language is, because they may not like gifts, and you constantly giving them gifts. And that's something that they may not like. That's not their love language. That doesn't mean, they may not want a gift at one point, but gifts are not their love language. So look up love language, Google it. I highly recommend it. It definitely helped perspect my understanding of what my wife wants. And what more does a spouse want than to give their significant other what they want? So Father's Day was great. So let's we since the last time we talked, the Golden State Warriors have won another championship. Give me your thoughts on that series. Were you getting a little scared as the series was going on?
Yeah, after that third quarter in game one, that's when it's kind of like everything we talked about on the last show, where I said all it's going to take is the Celtics to kind of get a little scrappy with the Warriors, and they might pull it out on them. So game one, as soon as we had that big lead, I was like, oh, we got this. And then they closed that down, got physical, took it back and forth like I kind of expected as well, game to game. So after game one, I kind of just took it game by game, just hoping the Warriors could pull it out. Our shooting turned back on. Chef Curry was up in there cooking, so that's kind of what saved us. I feel like the young guys stepping up too, but it's Seth's team, and he deserved the MVP. So
yeah. Finally, Steph got an MVP, a Finals MVP. He's got all the other MVPs, and a lot of people that were hating and saying, "Oh, this is the Celtics." Originally I had Warriors in 7. That's because I knew this was going to be a competitive series. And my thinking was Warriors in 7 because I knew it was going to get scrappy. Celtics are a very good defensive team. But at the end of the day, they cannot keep up. The Celtics could not keep up offensively. The Warriors are too deep. And the Celtics only played, what were they? 8 deep. So at the end of the day, that's not going to be enough. Like let's stop playing around and just think you can throw whatever type of lineup out there and it's going to work against this type of team. Let me get to a couple comments. CJ, man, appreciate your comments. Comments go great in live shows. He said, my first Father's Day was good. I got to get used to getting all those Father's Day texts, but it was cool. I actually asked my Father's Day with Justin at the Juneteenth event. Yeah, you did. You and Doc, Creative Services Director, very instrumental in what we do here at BSU Network. Both of those guys were at the event. So again, thank you to both of you guys because you spent your Father's Day at an event for BS3, and I appreciate that from deep down. See, there says, I still got Mavs in 7. It's over. But next year, the Mavs adding Christian Wood, which we'll talk about the draft here in a minute. Adding Christian Wood, I think is going to be big. And they added a project player from the G League. So we'll get to that. Here's a question for both of us. Is Steph a top player now? Is he a top 10 player now? Now I'm assuming you're talking about of all time.
Okay.
Yeah, my answer would be no. I think Steph is great. But to put him in the top 10, that means you got to put him above the Larry Birds. And you got to put him above Bill Russell, Chamberlain, Magic. He's definitely not a good Kareem. He's not above Jordan. So I would say my answer would be no. What's your answer?
Yeah, I thought they were saying top 10 in the league. I'm like, oh, definitely. But if you're talking about all time, it's hard for a point guard to crack into that top 10. just because their position's so specialized. Most of them are going to be a little undersized as far as height. Because if I'm going to say point guard that's in anywhere close to top 10, it has to be Tracy McGrady off top. So, and again, he's not really your typical point guard size or play like a normal point guard. So, I think it's really hard for a point guard just to even get the notoriety and kind of the all-around game under his belt to even crack into that. Westbrook maybe at certain points if he could have kept those triple doubles up, but yeah, it's just really difficult for a point guard, I think, to even make the all-time top 10. Height's the name of the game in the NBA. So.
And okay, CJ says, "What? He's a top 10." Let me go to my list because we just had this debate with me and my
Let me see who I would say.
Me and my college friends now.
So MJ.
Just got this phone, so actually I don't have it. But I'll say this: MJ is going to be my number one. I think I'm going to put Kareem number 2. If you look, Kareem won, I believe, 4 championships, and he won scoring titles, and he won MVPs. He can take Larry Bird or Oscar Robinson play. Nah. Now, Oscar Robinson, I know he probably is not. Well, that's the original triple-double machine, though. I don't know. Larry Bird, I don't think you can take Larry Bird. Larry Bird played in a different era, bro, when they got clothesline going to the lane. Now they get breathed on, and it's a problem. And they fighting and arguing and crying like little babies. So I think I would say he's probably top 20. But again, let me say this though, not again, but his career is not over with. So Steph has, I don't know how many more years left he's going to play, but he can definitely enter into that top 10 realm as he continues to play. He's already the best shooter. Honestly, I'll say that. Multiple people have said it. Reggie Miller's already said it. Mark Jackson's already said it. A lot of people have already mentioned that, and I 100% agree. But I would not say he is top. I would not say he's top 10 of all time.
And I only got to a top 8. I was trying to write one out real quick, just thinking off the top of my head. Yeah. I got MJ, Wilt, Kareem, Shaq, Pistol Pete, Dr. J, Bill Russell, and T-Mac. I can't really think of anyone else right now off the top of my head.
You already said Shaq.
Oh, yeah, Shaq, definitely.
You said Kobe?
See, Kobe was too.
Whoa, what you saying here?
I feel like to be in the top 10, you had to always kind of be the leader of the team, and he definitely was kind of, I feel like, sidekick to Shaq for a couple of those years.
Okay.
I name it as people that their team wouldn't be where they were without those players. That's where I kind of look at it to make you a top 10 to me. That's why I stopped at 8. I couldn't even think of 2 more players.
Let's see. CJ blazing up the chat. He said, "I'm tired of Jason Tatum. He and Kobe want to be him and Devin Booker." Yeah, they are. When he sent that text to Kobe, Kobe is not alive anymore, and he sent the text and he posted it. I was like, "It's a wrap, man. It's a wrap, bro. Don't be sending a text to Kobe Bryant's phone. He's gone. I don't know who. I don't know who has the phone. If his wife has the phone or whatever. But as soon as he sent that text, it's a wrap, bro. You putting too much pressure on yourself. Kobe and then post it on Instagram talking about I got you. Nobody does that. Okay, not a real. No, nobody does that.
He didn't even play with him. That would have been another thing. If he came up on the Lakers with him or something, but he never even played with him. So
yeah. No, we're not gonna take any calls tonight. But this may mean a show we may have to do. I'm talking about a full BSU Network show. Is name your top 10. So be on the lookout for that. I may try to schedule that next month. And yeah, I think he's top 20. And I don't think it's nothing wrong with that. I don't know where in the 20. I we got to come to the meeting with our list. But you also got to think of Dr. J. Dr. J was an originator. And when you put people in the top 10, what imprint did they make on the game? And Dr. J made a huge imprint. Will Chamberlain was really the first center, him and Bill Russell. Bill Russell's got 11 championships. He's got to be in the top 10. Kobe's got to be in the top 10.
And that's how Pistol Pete cracked it for me, is just the fact that the way he his passing with the shooting as a point. Yeah. No, I mean, no, he revolutionized the early 70s coming out the way he was doing it. Point guards weren't playing like that.
He said, this man said, Dr. J, bro, how old are you? 50? Hey, if you want to talk about all time, we can't just go in the past 10, 20 years.
Yeah, Dr. J was the original Jordan. Jordan learned all his moves off Dr. J.
Exactly. You got to go back. If you're doing a real top 10, unless you want to do top 10 based on error, because another person was Hakeem.
Yeah, see, he's questionable for me. Yeah.
Yeah, he's on the border. Hakeem Olajuwon was one of them centers that changed the game. Tim Duncan, you gonna put Tim Duncan in there? Tim Duncan with the championships he got? So what he says. So Curry not better than Dr. J. No. And this is probably I'm probably an old man get off my lawn type situation. But if they played in a one-on-one in their primes,
Dr. J
Curry's getting. I'm not gonna say Dr. J had the best jumper, but Dr. J could play well-rounded basketball, and he would have cooked Curry. If Curry was just standing at the free throw line, he would have elbowed him in the nuts. That's what they played back in the day. If they got to play on them old rules too. But there wasn't no foul for clotheslining somebody. Curry not better than Pistol Pete.
And that's why it's questionable for me with Curry, just because he revolutionized the way it's going to be in the future with his three-point shooting. Now everyone's pulling up from anywhere. We got Lillard doing it. I feel like Steve Francis was the first one really doing that. Gilbert Arenas. But Steph was making them. He pulled up from wherever and he makes them. So he is revolutionizing the game.
Yes, he is the best shooter, hands down.
Well, shooter definitely.
Of all time. I'll 100% give you that. All right. Let's move on. Before I do that, now purely skill, I get it. But when you're talking about all time is a completely different story, in my opinion. Make this happen next weekend. I can't do next weekend because I'm going back to Atlanta. But pencil it in for July the 9th. I don't think I have anything going on that weekend. July the 9th will be the, well, hold on. I think I do have something going on. Okay, maybe we do the 10th. I'm not pushing it back, but I got to look at my schedule. But anyway, we will do this in the month of July. Be on. I'll let you know the date, CJ. Let me know when you have that boxing match. I think it's coming up in July too, so I'll try not to do it that weekend. Yes, Dr. J. Yes, Dr. J. Yes. All these comments. I'm gonna text you that now. Maybe the. All right, so let's move it along. So Warriors are the champions. I don't know, anybody seen the parade? Did you see weird Klay Thompson tripping over somebody and lost his ring, almost lost the championship hat? Did you see any of that stuff?
Oh no, I thought you were talking about fake Klay Thompson during the finals getting banned from the stadium. Yeah, that's what they were about to say.
No, so all in one day. So he takes a boat to San Francisco. I don't know if anybody else knew that. My dad told me that because he knows every ins and out of the Warriors. So he was in his boat going to the parade, and he had his championship hat on, and his hat flew off into the lake. Now, this is Klay Thompson. I'm sure he could get another hat, obviously, but that was number one. Number two, he gets to the parade, and he somehow trips over a manhole. I don't know what he tripped over.
Oh, man. And
he ends up running over a fan, and that fan ended up falling down. Now, that was weird. Now, the fan was fine and all that. And then the third thing is he dropped his championship ring, I guess, from last year on the ground, and, fans all scrimmaging around trying to pick it up. So, look, Klay needed to go home and take a nap. He was definitely drunk. He was tipsy. He was from tipsy to drunk. He was almost at what Tom Brady's status? Tom Brady was gone. I don't think I ever seen Tom Brady that wasted, but Tom Brady was gone that day. But yeah, Clay needed to go home, take a nap, and come back. But they all had a great parade. I'm proud of those guys though. But Warriors are the champions of the 2021-2022 season, so big shout out to them. And they're trying to sign everybody. You know, Poole wants a big time contract. That was a debate that I put into the BS3 Network group chat. They're talking about basically just bringing everybody back and paying the luxury tax, which who would argue?
It'll be worth it. Yeah, it's worth it.
Who would argue that you don't need to do that? Shout out to my parents. They're joining into the chat. Appreciate you guys. Happy 40th wedding anniversary. We appreciate you guys. All right. Anything else you want to touch on with the Warriors?
No, let's just get that back to back. And I guess since the close didn't make it, we had a Warrior celebration for the fit. It was gonna have a nice hat, and so yeah, shout out to the Warriors.
Yeah. They if they could go back to back, that would be, I'm sure, great. And really, the fact is, this team, they're making so much money winning these championships, moving to San Francisco. As they continue to win games and continue to be in further along in the playoffs, like the luxury tax is nothing compared to winning back-to-back championships. So I 100% think that they're going to do their best to bring everybody back unless they just don't want to be there. We're going to get to a couple questions from CJ, then we'll get to the NBA draft. The first one he says is, I have one question. What does all this say about Jason Tatum? Is he overrated? That is a great question.
I would say yes. Just from the hype, maybe overhyped. Maybe not overrated. He's a young guy. If he can get a better team around him, where he does not feeling like he has to be the star and put it on his shoulders, because through the series, his support players are actually the ones stepping up a little more. So I'd say maybe overhyped, that people are putting too much on him. Like, he is this great right now, but he might need some more players around him.
Yeah. And I'll say this, as being in a form of media, what we do is we see a guy play extremely well in one playoff game, and we crown them. In the words of Denny Green, crown him. But we put him up on this pedestal way too early. So I think, yes, I think he is overrated by the media. We keep saying that these guys are great. They did the same thing to Paul George. Is Paul George a good player? Yes. Is he a max player? No. Is he a player that will lead a team to a championship? No. Is Jason Tatum that? He led him and Jaylen Brown, so I'm not going to say Jason Tatum alone led them, but him and Jaylen Brown led them to the finals, which is great. I think they're a good team, but when it came down to it, he could not put the team on his back, and the Celtics were extremely tired because, like I said, they only play 8 players, and they were gassed. While the Warriors, as the Warriors are putting Otto Porter in, Jordan Poole in, Moody, Looney is on the boards and beasting, and then you put Iguodala in. I mean, like, the bench is so deep. What are you going to do? You're going to end up being tired. So,
and I don't even think they would make it without Horford. That was another guy that stepped up.
Exactly. Yeah, Horford was big for them this entire year. So I think Jason Tatum is overrated by the media. I think he is a good player, and now I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to say great. And I think we call people great too soon. Stop calling people great. He's not great. He's good. Like, stop doing it. Draymond is an over-glorified role player.
Hey, but he plays his role, though.
He plays his role. You need me to piss off Grant Williams tonight? You need me to get in Jason Tatum's head? You need me to piss off Jaylen Brown? I got you. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And he is. But if you notice, all these championships, who was there? What was the core nucleus of the championships they've had? Clay, Draymond, and Steph. Yes, KD came in there, definitely helped them, but the nucleus was those three guys. And Draymond Green plays his role so well that they will probably pay him whenever his contract is up, because he does his job. He's annoying as hell. 100%. If I was playing against him, I would be annoyed. So I 100% get that. But the guy
shout out to CJ's top 10 question, because I know this guy would have made him. If he didn't like my other picks, I know he wouldn't have made me saying this guy. But Draymond's kind of like the new Rodman in this era. So Rodman was always one of my favorite guys because he was undersized. He got the most boards. He pissed off the other team star so he couldn't play to his level. But he tried to stay within the rules most of the time. So Draymond just reminds me of the new Rodman.
I agree with you there. He played his role. He played it well. And Draymond can hit the three if you need him to. He said when this nigga had the 24 elbow, man, I knew it was a wrap. I'm telling you, man, stop trying to use your inner Kobe. Look, I'm gonna say something honest here. Kobe is dead, okay? He's not coming back. He's not gonna come back reincarnated in Devin Booker or Jason Tatum. Let Kobe rest in peace. If he did get that text, he probably would have been. And then when you lost, he probably would have he probably would have called you out. So like, don't do that. Okay, look, just play your game. You're not Kobe. Devin Booker, you're not Kobe. No one else is Kobe but Kobe. And Kobe died, unfortunately, a couple years ago. So let Kobe rest. Kobe would never. Yeah, if he texted Kobe that and then he would have lost in that game 6, Kobe would have been like, "Don't text me no more, bro."
He would have blocked him. He would have blocked him.
You can meet me in person, but don't text me nothing like that, bro. And then lose like that. Jaylen Brown outplayed him. I agree in certain games. Hell, Al Horford outplayed him in certain games. And Al Horford has the weirdest jumper. His form is the weirdest thing I've ever seen, probably since one of the Ball brothers, his weird jumper that he had. But
Sean Marion back in the day, too.
Oh, Sean Marion's was wild, too. CJ says, I agree with that. Facts, man. Yeah, I mean, like, we need to stop. And when we always post rest in peace, do we really want them to rest in peace? Or do we want to reincarnate them? And I use my inner Kobe. Kobe is nowhere there. Okay, Kobe's gone. All right? Devin Booker, you're Devin Booker. You're not Kobe. Stop. I bet you Jason Tatum would have said, this job isn't finished yet, so why would I smile trying to be like Kobe? Yeah, when they interviewed Kobe, and I think they were up in a series like 3-1, or they were 1 win away. It was like, the reporter's like, why aren't you happy, Kobe? Why aren't you happy? He was like, because it's not finished yet. There's nothing to be happy about. We haven't won anything. That is the mentality of certain players now. Not all the players had a mentality. They win one game and they think they're the best on earth. Kobe probably in heaven. Yeah, he is. Kobe is resting. He is not worried about what Jason Tatum is doing. I guarantee you that. He's talking about they went up 2-0 in that series.
Yeah, my biggest comparison too with the whole once Kobe passed thing is that it's like everybody in the NBA is trying to find who they want to crown the next Kobe. Kind of like when Tupac died, and all of a sudden every rapper they're trying to find the next Tupac. Everyone who sounded, looked, did something, wore a bandana. Oh, you're gonna be the next Tupac. Like,
right?
That's his own thing. He got his own lane. Just let him be there. Same thing with Kobe. Now everyone's trying to crown the next Kobe, and Kobe was Kobe Bryant. So they ain't finding a new one. Yeah. As
the media, they just need to. I get it. That's easy to compare players, but don't crown them. Don't put them up on a pedestal when they don't deserve to be there yet. But as we have Tracy on the show, we did the NBA or the NFL draft looks. We're also going to do the NBA draft looks. I'm going to pull up a graphic here to look at a couple of these guys. And the looks these days, honestly, I'm older now, and I honestly do not understand a lot of these. But and we're going to talk about the draft, where they were drafted as well. So Paulo Banchero of Duke, I like the guy. I think he can be a good player in the NBA, but majority of the time, Duke players do not pan out in the NBA. It's just a simple truth. If you don't want to believe it, look up the stats. But he got drafted by Orlando. He's got on a purple suit. I don't know what those things are on his. I don't know if it's basketballs or dots. Maybe this looks like dots. But
I think it was like little like mini tassels almost is what it looked like to me when I looked at it up close.
Okay. All right. So we got Paulo Banchero to your far left. Next, we have Chet Holmgren. He went to Gonzaga. He's going to OKC. He's got a smooth all black, black assassin. I'm cool with the all black as long as you like it and it fits good. I'm cool with it. You can't tell what he's wearing. Really, it just looks all black. And he's rocking the chain. The next guy is Jabari Smith. He got drafted by the Rockets. Nice three-piece suit with the handkerchief there. And then on the end is Jaden Ivey. He went to the Pistons. He's got the all black on as well. So if you want to go ahead, go through each player, let me know what you think and what would you rate each one of them.
Okay, so yeah, out of these four, Jabari Smith Jr. is actually probably one of my top looks out of almost everyone from the draft this year. Going through the rest of the players, once I saw some of theirs, Jabari Smith's definitely in the top. I would say next on this tier would be Chet Holmgren. Nice classic, like you said, black. When you see their full body pics, it had the full nice break on the pants, so that's going to be your length. It didn't look too short, especially with the tall guys. If you make your pants too short, it's going to look like you're wearing your little brother's pants. So
right.
They did a good job on his fit. Banchero, I feel like he was doing too much, but if you're the number one pick, that's your time to shine.
Right.
Do what you want.
I don't think you
I can't really. Yeah, I was like, I don't think anyone could really say anything to him anyway. He's not really caring. He just became the number one pick. So it was one of his little just show out whatever he wanted to wear type of deals. And is that Jaden Ivey?
Jaden Ivey's on the end. Yeah,
Jaden Ivey. So I kind of ranked everyone this draft as opposed to the NBA draft with letter grades. I kind of put them on top looks, people that had kind of questionable looks, and people that kind of on the downside with their looks. So Jaden Ivey made it into the questionable to me just because he had too much of the same color going on, but not different shades. So we mentioned that during the NBA draft or the NFL draft, that sometimes when you're stacking that same color on top of each other, it's not going to end up being the same shade anyway. So then it just looks like you got just a lot of muffled colors going on. So he went with black coat, black pants, black belt, black shirt, black shoes, but they're all different tones of black. So it kind of threw it off a little bit to me.
Yeah.
But Jabari Smith, nice, classic, clean look. I saw a picture with him showing the inside of his custom. So that's kind of one of the hallmarks of having a custom suit. I don't have the best view on it right now, but I'm wearing one of my custom suits right now as well. But that's one of the parts you want to do is kind of let people see that inside, because no one else is really going to have it inside like yours.
Yeah. And so I did get that website that you gave me, so I'm going to go ahead and pull that up. We can go through those briefly, but I mentioned the comment on Duke, and see, there says Mark Williamson sold the game. You were talking about that?
I think Mark he's the first picture on this page too.
Yeah, Mark Williams ended up going to the Hornets, and then to my Duke comment, Kyrie Irving technically played for Duke. He did. I'll give you that one. Grant Hill, I'll give you that one if he can go through injuries. JJ Redick, one of the best shooters. I agree, but there's way more North Carolina players than Duke players that panned out. So I'll leave it at that. Let me go to here's your boy right here.
Yeah.
Mark Williams, who got drafted. I like that. I like that look right there. I like the blue. I think he did the Duke blue. Basically, that looks like what he did is that Duke finisher blue. So I'm good with that. Give me your thoughts on that one real quick. Couple of comments.
Oh, yeah. So he actually fell into my questionable range. He went with a slim fit coat, which, I mean, everyone wants to wear slim fit, but slim doesn't work with everybody, depending on your body, because as you can see with the bottom of his coat opening up, he either should have had that unbuttoned or went with a more relaxed fit through the coat, because it does look like he's a little scrunched up and not the most comfortable. So bigger guys, taller guys, you got to think about that. Everything is slim these days, but that might be not the fit you want to go with all the time.
Yeah. And I'll say this, there was 5 Duke players drafted in this draft. This may be the most, possibly. I'm not 100% sure. I hope they all pan out. I hope they all have a great career. There was 0, this upset me, there was 0 UNC players drafted. I'm not surprised. Baycott stayed. Love stayed. So those would have been possibly the top 2. But Walker Kessler, who played for UNC, he transferred to Auburn. He actually got drafted.
Manic got signed as a free agent.
Right. Yep. Yeah, Manic got signed.
I think he's the only one that declared, so it's all right.
Yeah, Mark Williamson going to fail. Don't say that, man. Now, I don't know. It depends on what opportunities you get. This next cat right here is Johnny Davis. Johnny Davis got drafted. Where is he? Well, I may say it there. No, but he's got a nice. I like that J, on the suit.
And that's actually what kind of saved it for me, really.
Wizards. Yeah, he got drafted by the Wizards, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was in the top looks tier range for me as well. I normally don't like seeing the all one color, all one type of fabric look. Some people can pull it off. I didn't like the suit at first until I saw the up close picture and saw you put that J on the lapel. So that was kind of that finishing touch. The sunglasses also helped it out. Always having some extra accessories can change any look and just bump it up fast.
Yeah. CJ says, I hope the Hornets don't need a free throw because Buddy missed around and airball it. Yeah, they need a game-winning free throw. I don't know. He may. I don't know how much run he's going to get, but I know Jordan was probably very hands-on with picking this guy. So we'll see what happens. But Johnny Davis from Wisconsin, and I'll be honest, I did not know a lot of these cats in this draft. Next guy up, Tari Eason from LSU. He's going to the Rockets. So wearing that neon green.
Tari Eason actually is one of my top 3 looks. So it goes Jabari Smith, Tari Eason, and I believe I had Jalen Williams as the next. So I feel like this is one of the best looks out of the draft. It was really flashy, but he pulled it off well. I like the two-tone with the different lapel going back to the black shirt. Looks like something that I would want to wear. I'd wear something like that.
Yeah, he says, I'm not gonna lie, I only see him as a jam and lob type player. And he is a center. I believe Mark Williams is a center, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, he probably gonna be he's 7 foot, so he's probably gonna be a D guy in the paint, and yeah, probably like a Clint Capella or a DeAndre DeAndre Jordan type guy. We already kind of talked about Jordan. Jaden Ivey, he ends up going number 5 to the Pistons. I did not know he had a bow tie though. I'll give the guy some credit on the bow tie. You can't really see it because he had all black on.
And that's this picture, and you can't really see through there, but if you're looking at yourself up close, this picture kind of gives you the indication of what I was referring to, where it just gets muffled with so many layers of the same color.
Right.
A gray shirt, a white shirt, a white bow tie, a silver bow tie. Anything else kind of would just make it actually pop a little bit, but right now it just looks really shadowy.
Yeah, it's going to be kind of hard to kind of pinpoint, everything that you have on, just because, you're wearing all black. So let's move on to the next one. We already kind of talked about Apollo. Now you got the shoes. I'm trying to see what he rocking with the shoes. It looks like something custom. It's got like a zipper on there. So I don't know.
Now the shoes. What were you saying? Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say. I mean, he gave you a different look. I'll leave it at that. Looks like it's a skinny cut on the pants too. And that
was something I wanted to mention. Is just the amount of double-breasted that, as far as suits, double-breasted suit coats that the guys were wearing at the NBA draft this year. I don't know if this trend is supposed to be happening this way and if the fashion guys are really trying to put them in this, but to me, when you have that long double-breasted with the skinny pants, it looks like a lady business suit to me. So I like my pants a little baggier when I'm wearing a double-breasted. That's the more classic look when you have a double-breasted. That flare out at the hip with the long drape. It's kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, my man's was iced out. Yeah, he
definitely. Jaden Ivey's.
Jaden Ivey
necklace brought it out.
and Apollo was definitely on the neck camouflage. Yeah. All right, let me give a couple shout outs to Robin Dawkins. He gave us a like. Theodore Harper, thank you for tuning in. We also had Monique. Chanel, thank you for tuning in. We see you. We see you, even if you don't comment. I see you, and I appreciate you. We appreciate you. All right, let's move on to the next one. This is Blake Wesley. He's got I'm going to the Oscars look, which I think is fine. He's got something on the lapel. Can't see what it is, but let me see. Did he go?
Did he go to Notre Dame?
I think so. I think that may be what's on his.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
He went to the Spurs, and I'll say this: the Spurs have always been smart. They've always been smart at who they draft. So I trust that he should be a good pick.
Oh yeah, he definitely is in one of the top looks to me. Like you said, nice, classy look. Didn't try to go overboard. Something that you could see someone wearing to other type of events. Looks like whoever styled him put some thought into what they were going to put him in.
Yeah.
And yes, he did go to Notre Dame. So that's the Notre Dame pin right there. So shout out to him repping for his school up there too.
Definitely. You got to do that. All right, we'll go to the next one. This is Keegan Murray. And I don't pay that much attention, I guess, to college basketball anymore. Because coming from Iowa, he got drafted number 4.
Oh, wow.
Kings. So I was like, wow, who is this kid? But shout out to him, man, getting drafted that high. He's got a double-breasted, pretty simple, nothing really fancy. Looks like he's gonna spend his money wisely. So I'm cool with his look.
And that's kind of falling in the same thing with me for the other gentleman with the double-breasted. I forgot already. But yeah, it's a little tight in the pant for the double-breasted look for me. Now it is a custom on the coat because as you can see, the bottom button isn't connecting across. Generally, a double-breasted is always going to have all the buttons buttoned through. So that's obviously something that was completely custom, kind of a new take on it, a new look. But the coat, I like the coat. He's pulling the coat off. It works.
Yeah. I think he did a good job with that. Didn't go too crazy. So shout out to him. All right, this one is Benedict Matherin from Arizona. He ended up going to the Pacers. Not only is he rocking the kind of floral suit, he's got the bag. He must have got an Axe deal because that looks like an Axe bag.
Oh, yep.
Great in it. Hey man, advertise that, man. Advertise that, bro. Get that money if they definitely put it out there. So I'm cool with it. I think it's cool. I think I would rock something like that. And it looks like he's got a vest under it too, with the interesting lapel. So if you want to touch on that one.
Oh yeah, so definitely Benedict made it into some of the top looks to me. Like the cut on the pant as far as the length. It's not too short. Generally, I don't like Chelsea boots, so that's that style of boot that he's wearing. But it's working with the look, and same thing with the bag. That wouldn't be something I would necessarily wear, but if it's for the sponsorship, hey, he's already got the Axe deal, so you got to carry through with your obligations. So it's fitting together with the color scheme. I like the suit and the print. So he definitely, with the 3-piece, ended up in that top tier.
Yeah, man, get that money. If Axe is signing you to a big time deal, wear that bag, put it on your counter, do whatever, because a lot of these companies are now going after college players with this UIL deal. So shout out to the young guy. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I read an article. He was actually homeless at one point and thought about giving up basketball. So I think if this is him, he's got a pretty amazing story. So this is Paulo again. I don't know why they got another photo, but we're not gonna.
Yeah, we can kind of probably go over him.
We're gonna skip
because
over.
this is my other top look right here, Jalen Williams.
Really? Is that his real hair? It looks
back
like
to the Trinidad James almost.
Yeah, it looks like you put a like an afro wig on, but give me your. This is interesting. This is interesting here. I don't know what's on the. Is that Gucci?
I was gonna say, I believe it's a custom Gucci.
Okay.
Which I know Gucci isn't making no suits like that, so that means he bought some runs of fabric and had someone make that suit. Gucci inspired with the fabrics, and like that's clean. Like I like the way it's looking. It's popping. It's really flashy, but it's not so flashy that I wouldn't see someone else wearing that. I could see people wearing that to the award show. I could see someone doing that anywhere. Basically, it's a nice just overall fit and everything on it. It's kind of tying together. So color scheme. That's one of my top looks to me right there.
He definitely got the Soul Brother look for real. It looked like he should be going like this in the photo. He definitely, but he looked happy. You know, it's one of the best nights of his life. He ends up, he came from actually Santa Clara University. This has got to be the highest
shout out to the Bay
ever from somebody from Santa Clara, maybe since, I think,
was that Steve Nash?
I think Steve Nash went to Santa Clara. But he's going to the Thunder. The Thunder's building up, looking like Men in Black after they hit you with the with the flash. yeah, man, with the afro. So shout out to the guy. He looked happy. Let's go to the next one. This one is another Duke guy, AJ Griffin. Another one of those Duke guys taking. He's going to the Hawks. I like this. Pretty simple. I like this. It's got the black on the. Was that you call that the lapel?
Yes. Yeah. So he has a dinner jacket on technically.
Okay.
So that's kind of a step above a tuxedo. So the dinner jacket is when it's more of a tuxedo style jacket, but you wear it as a sport coat. So to me, I didn't even know he was a Duke guy, but to me it looks like, I guess, I instantly downgrade all Duke guys swag because I wasn't feeling this look.
Yeah, I'm cool with the look. I think I like the coat, if you will, but and then the shoes, he's got like some rhinestones or some diamonds on the shoes, so it's all right. I do like the coat though. So shout out to AJ Griffin going to the Hawks. Let's go to the next one. Okay, is this a real? This is the soccer player. This is Kalen Mbappe. I guess he just happened to be at the draft, and they said, "Okay, let's take a photo." So we're not gonna really grade him, but he's a great soccer player though, for real. Played for France, so we'll skip over him. But
okay, because I was really confused. I was like, why?
yeah,
he's
that's why I was like, "There's no way this dude got drafted like that." Like he looked like he just was going to the club.
He was just invited to the draft.
Right.
Okay.
But he's a French soccer player. He's actually considered one of the best players in the world and reportedly the highest paid. Plays for Paris Saint-Germain. So.
Okay, that makes more sense because I was really confused why he did not have a suit. I was like, everyone has a suit on.
Yeah, I was like, he's obviously not an NBA player. So let's go to the next. Not bad here. Jeremy Sochan. He actually played for Baylor. He's going to the Spurs. The Spurs are rebuilding. People, the Spurs are rebuilding. They got 2 picks, I believe, in the first. Or is it 3? Actually, they had 3 in the first. So be on the lookout for the Spurs, but he's got like a teal suit. Not bad. Not bad at all. He's already got the blonde hair, so I know he's already. I would say this guy is probably fashionable already. But give me your take on this young man.
Yeah, he's kind of reminding me of what's the guy that used to play for the Lakers that used to wear the goofy fashion?
Yeah.
I can't. With someone with a K, I believe. But yeah, he kind of reminded me of that, getting those vibes where he's going to be the guy wanting to make the fashion statements on the team. Maybe not putting in that work, but hopefully he can. Color on the suit's cool to me. I'm not, like I said, for some reason not feeling these double-breasted, and those are actually some of my favorite suits normally. But this draft class this year, they all look a little too businessy, like a pantsuit to me. So the boots kind of threw it off. I do like the fit on the pant as far as the width. They're not too skinny like some of the other guys that have the double-breasted, but again, that'd be something I'd put on the down tier. That'd be a pass for me if I had someone told me to wear that.
Yeah, and he got traded to the Wizards. Let me try to look this guy up because now you got me. Yeah. Kyle Kuzma. Yes.
Kuzma, that's what it was. Yeah.
He will definitely be a Kyle Kuzma. He says, laughing my off, not that boy from Miami, I can tell. This went to the NBA drafts, to the BET Awards, basically. He got a turtleneck on. Yeah, he does. Yeah, I'm not that big into the turtlenecks. Hey, if you can rock it, if you can do it, do it. But I am not one of those guys that's going to run out and buy a turtleneck anytime soon. But he's definitely going to be the Kyle Kuzma of the upcoming NBA season. We kind of already touched on him, Jabari Smith. I like his look. I think you were talking about the inside of the coat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like the shoes. He's one of my top looks. He looks like he just preached a sermon and then he came into the NBA draft. Yeah, so that's the look he's got. He went number 3 to the Rockets.
Yeah, so shout out to that look. He definitely pulled it off. Like I said, he's my top look for the entire draft class this year.
Yeah, he did his thing. I'm giving his props on that.
Definitely.
All right, we're gonna go
now. This next picture. this is my example. No, sorry, but this is my example of when you're too tall with the shorter pants.
Yeah,
this is kind of exactly what I was referring to.
He doesn't have a tie on, does he? I can't really tell.
He does not have a tie on. So generally, if you're not going to wear the tie, I would say not to button the top button on the dress shirt, just to give yourself that more relaxed look. He's kind of reminded me of the NFL draft, how we were saying some of the players looked a little uncomfortable in the fit they were wearing, like it's not something that they would put on normally.
Yeah.
And this is giving me that same type of thought. Just someone told him, hey, throw this on, and he said, yeah, I got to look nice at the draft, but he'd probably be a lot more comfortable just wearing some sweatpants or some shorts with a t-shirt. So
yeah, he seems like he's just a hooper. He's not focused on what he's wearing. And I think, I 100% agree. Somebody said, hey, wear this, and he was like, okay, cool, and he just went ahead and put it on. But this is a former North Carolina player. He did get drafted by the Grizzlies, and I think this was reportedly traded to Minnesota. So we'll see what pans out. That boy looking like he graduated Kuma days. He looks all right. He looks uncomfortable though, for sure. All right, let's go to the next one. This is Ty Washington of Kentucky. He got drafted. I thought he would have been higher. He got drafted where? In the first round still, but got drafted by the Grizzlies. Reportedly, this was traded to Minnesota. I like the coat. I think this is probably a dinner coat too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ty Washington. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was just saying the shoes. It looks like he's got on looks like a tennis shoe type look.
Yep, and that's what I was just going to mention is Ty Washington actually pulled off kind of what you need for the draft. He did something a little flashy, but it doesn't look like he went overboard. He looks completely comfortable. He got the different contrast going on with the shirt. He made sure he had the white shirt. He has the white pocket silk. He's giving him that pop. You can still see the chain. He stacked it on the black pant, which is actually tying nice to the jacket. It's not hurting the jacket. And the shoes, I can respect the tennis shoe. He didn't want to go too crazy. He didn't do something that he might never wear again. He wore something that he looks comfortable in and that other people might say, hey, I would wear that. So he's definitely one of the top tier looks as well.
Yeah. And see, this says I like his the best because it's a low key. Yeah, it's a low key dress. It's not over the top fit. He looks clean. It looks like something that he would wear. He would wear that again somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go to Shaden Sharp. It looks like he also has a dinner jacket, possibly. I'm not sure what that.
Yeah, that'd be another dinner jacket.
Yeah, with a lapel on as well. He don't look happy, but he's from Kentucky as well. He got drafted to the Blazers. Hopefully, he can help out Dame. Dame needs some help, man. Or I know he said he wouldn't leave, but they don't look good. It's not looking good for Dame to try to come out the West. But give me your take on him.
Oh yeah, again with the dinner jacket look, nice for the draft. He did go with the bow tie, which is pretty standard if you are going to wear a dinner jacket. So he looks like he's comfortable in it. He doesn't look like he's the most excited to be at the draft, but yeah.
Right. Yeah, he don't want to be there. Facts, CJ.
But he pulled off the look. He's definitely in that top tier as far as top looks, not going too crazy. Something that would be fashionable, but not out of place. And you could wear it, like you said, to a lot of other styles of events, not just your NBA draft night.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go a little bit rapid fire through these last couple of ones, so I can get out with the wife. This is I think that's Malachi Branham. He went.
I like that look.
Ohio State. I like that look as well. I like the coat. He's got a pretty simple tie. It looks like nothing. A little over the top with the coat, but I like it.
Hey, and it's a good fit. That's the most important. As long as it fits right. you can pull it off.
Oche Agbawe, I believe. I hope I said that right. The national championship Kansas Jayhawks. He got drafted by Cleveland. They didn't give him a full body, but I like the coat. I think it looks cool.
Definitely. Another dinner jacket look, but pulled it off, kept it clean and nice and classy as well.
Yeah, nice
top looks as well.
He could wear that to the award show. Let's see. Next one.
This last guy surprised me because this is exactly what kind of you would expect out of a tall guy. I wasn't expecting his swag to actually be on point like this, but Chet pulled it off. From how I saw him in the NCAA tournament, I did not think he had any type of swag, but going through pictures, I was like, oh, whose suit is that? And then I realized, oh, it's Chet Holmgren. Okay. So he pulled it off. He didn't go short on the pants. He gave himself a nice baggy lick at the bottom. This man's like 7 foot tall, but he looks like he's an average height. He's wearing his clothes the way you should wear them when you're tall. So looks like a good fit.
I'll give it to him. I can't wait till he get to the league and he going up against big man. Chet definitely listening to the baby. Yeah. He's definitely listening to the baby. He's definitely listening to all of these rappers of this era. Chet is definitely listening to it in the car for sure. So we'll see what happens when he gets to the league. I think he's too skinny, but we'll see what happens. All right, so this is the overall look of all of them. I did want to touch on, he was supposed to get drafted early, but he ended up getting drafted later on to the Mavs. That was, what's that guy's name? Jaden Hardy.
Yeah. That was one I had on here too.
He had almost like an Elvis. That looks like an Elvis jacket almost. So he tried.
Jaden Hardy. Yeah, I put him on the down looks for me. Let me see if I could find again what it looks like. So I'm kind of blanking out on it. Oh yeah, that was a little new Elvis movie to me.
Yeah,
a little too sparkly, a little too light of a color. Yeah,
he was reaching on that one. I think he was expecting to be nice and flashy, and I don't know if that's. He did get drafted, so I'm gonna give the young kid his props. I'm gonna pull this up. I'm gonna pull this up here on the screen. 1 second, so you guys can see the zoomed in. But I think he's gonna be a nice project for the Mavs. Obviously, they don't need him to play today, so there's not a lot to be worried about. Oh, this is a Dallas Morning News. They're not gonna let me. I guess I would have to buy it, but. Hold on, let me see. I think I got another graphic on him from Twitter.
Yeah, so to all the viewers, just to recap, I'd say top 3 looks, again, definitely Jabari Smith Jr., Tari Eason, and Jalen Williams. So if you want to check those out, get some ideas, some inspiration, check those 3 looks out.
He is blinging, though. I like that chain. He's kind of like Freddie Gibbs. If you've heard of Freddie Gibbs or seen one of his chains, it's just basically a big G, and his is kind of like a design. But he did his best. He did his best. I wouldn't necessarily wear that, but I think he did his best. So that is the NBA draft. See this at where you guys going. We're planning to go to this place called Yardbird. It's in Dallas. So we're planning to go there. We'll see if we do something else. But my daughter is not here, so we plan on doing something.
Is that where we went when I was out there that time?
I don't think so. The place you went to where we met you guys at?
Yeah.
That was what was the name of that place?
That place was good though. Whatever it was.
It was good though. It was good. It was in Irving, I think, where we went. But I'm forgetting what the name of that place was. But I think it was a taco place. But I'll probably think. But that is the NBA draft. The last player in the draft was Hugo Besson of the New Zealand Breakers. And we're starting to see players from really around the world being drafted now with this international game. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Another edition of Late Night with BS3. My cuz, Tracy Killian. Make sure to follow him on Instagram, TK Style Scoop 2K20. You can see it right there. We'll be back next month, and we will have the fit will be on point. Should be arriving on Monday.
Issues. Yeah,
no shipping issues. I'll be posting some pictures from the fit for this month, probably this week, and I'll let you guys know. We're definitely gonna do a top 10 conversation, and that's probably gonna be a good one. I'm looking at next month. I'll let you guys know when. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And we'll be back again. Tracy, any final thoughts or final words?
Shout out to all those guys that got drafted. Congratulations on your new job. Again, congratulations to my family, celebrating important milestones. Thank you to all the viewers, all the people that contributed tonight, and see y'all next time.
Definitely. Appreciate you, CJ, man. You were in the building tonight, one of our biggest supporters. Let me also give a shout out to my parents. Happy 40th wedding anniversary. They also jumped in the chat. Courtney Harden. And then we had a couple of other guys, Freddie Henderson, that tuned in over on the Facebook group. Mike Hughes tuned in as well. And CJ, I'll tell you, there's something in the works. We are in conversations with a potential show that will be from 12 p.m. to 4 a.m. Monday through Friday on the network. So we are working on BS3 After Dark. So I'll keep you posted on that. But you guys have a great rest of your weekend, great rest of your night. We'll see you guys again, and we are out of here. Peace.